Hello there, and today we're going to be talking about palm muting, and for those interested in what palm muting is. I remember back in the day when I was learning guitar, I thought palm muting was down to the type of guitar that you bought, not knowing anything about guitars. I thought the different sounds that you heard from guitars was down to the actual guitar that you physically bought in the shops or wherever you're going to buy it from. It wasn't until a little bit later when I discovered that you add effects either through pedals or your own techniques. And with palm muting, I really wanted to get that sound and discovered it was, as the name suggests, muting the strings with the palm of your hand. So if you watch the intro, which I think you would have done if you got this far already, I implemented palm muting in a few different ways. So there was like 3 sections, and we'll go through that as the video goes on, and we'll add some other examples in as well with familiar riffs that you might recognize, which might help out. So in the intro riff, of course, we're using effects such as distortion or overdrive, and there is a touch of delay on the guitar, just a subtle bit of delay just to add a little bit of depth to the sound in the mix. So with palm muting, it's down to the preference on how you want to get your sound. So if you're looking for like that heavy sound that you hear in metal and rock and hard rock, you want to turn your volume up on your guitar. So we'll start off with the basics. We'll just play an E power chord. So that's just the basic E power chord shape, just play these 3 strings. So when we play it without the palm mute, you've got that sound. With the palm mute, you've got this. Now then, I like to have a little bit of resonance after my palm mute, but you can obviously be expressive with your palm muting. So to find the best place for you with the palm of your hand or the side of your hand, they call it palm mute, but it's kind of the side of your hand. You can obviously find your sweet spots by moving your palm up and down the strings. So we're going to use the 3 strings here to get our sounds. So when you get that far, it starts to turn into the harmonics. And maybe not a very nice sound. So back to where we were. Find the spot where you like the sound of the palm mute the best. So this is all down to personal preference, but most people play it around about the same place. So I like it about there. And there's a bit of resonance on the strings with the palm mute. So just add an F with the E there also. So in the intro of the song, we also employed the palm mute in different ways also, and we used like the pedal tone thing, which is using a string to act as your pedal tone, or the tone which changes the sound of a chord, or the tone of the chord. I'll play the intro slowly to show you what I mean. So we're basically using an E power chord shape here in this position, and we're just changing the pedal tone notes or the bass notes to go along with the chord to change the tone of the E chord. So I'll play it through slowly to show you what I mean. This chord stays the same, although my hand shape is changing. So here it is slowly. So if you notice, the palm muted sounds will be on an open E, C, A, E. Laying your hand down when you palm mute, and then pulling the hand back up when you want those strings to ring, of course. And you can employ this in different power chord and chord structures. So maybe do a simple little A pedal tone and change the chords or the power chords as we go through. And if you notice, we're using the A as the pedal tone and the palm muted pedal tone. And we've got these power chords here. And the sky's the limit in what you can do with that type of thing. And also in the intro bit, we did some arpeggios. So we picked some arpeggios with a palm mute. Some of the strings are palm muted, and some of the strings are let to ring out. And you'll hear that in the sequence. Kind of sounds a bit messy on its own, but in the mix it sounds a little bit more dynamic. And of course the other bit, just using the E power chord there and the E power chord an octave up with an E muted E pedal tone just on these higher E power chords. Also, of course, with palm muting you can go through single strings. So there's one example. If we were to play that with no palm muting, it would sound like this. But with palm muting, so if you notice that I was playing it a little bit more expressive as we went through, adding non-palm muted notes in with harmonics as well. We'll show you some clean tones as well, do some clean tone examples. And maybe you might want to add some delay and you can get some nice effects that way also. We'll have a close look at the palm mute. I don't know if you can see it here. So obviously you can try out your palm muting technique and just try it out all over the place, different chords, different shapes, notes, and incorporate it with other techniques as well, of course. So there's like a sort of crash course in palm muting. I hope that helps those that want to start learning palm muting. So we'll leave you with some examples and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, hope it helps, and see you soon. Thank you.